Since this is our first video, I guess we'll just start in the dark. So, Three Flying Loons is basically an idea we came up with sitting around after a whole day of flying. So we'll start off with the first episode. We're going to cover 3 types of aircraft, and then I'll touch base a little bit on our competition we have coming up. While I'm telling you about the aircraft we're going to cover in this episode, E-Flight makes a night radion, which is really cool, and Robin managed a 1 hour, 8-minute flight on some thermals, and we do have to say hats off to you guys. The night radion was pretty well designed, but while you're looking at these pictures, Robin is going to cover his Schweizer 300 electric helicopter. Jordan is going to cover his Boomerang Sprint, which is a jet. And then I'm going to go over how I had fixed and saved a pretty badly damaged Patty Wagstaff Extra 300. So, let's get moving. Hope you enjoy the episode.
This is a Horobo Schweizer 300 out of production model. This usually people will use a flybarless gyro, but I've opted not to use that on this, so the rotor head does not have a gyro on it, only a GY401 gyro on the tail. It's kind of old school electronics. A lot of people opt for the newer stuff, but this is an older helicopter, so I decided to build it as original as possible for the time. It's got 2 5200 milliamp packs in series, so we're running 6S and we're getting about 5-minute flight time on it. It's got the Horobo Scorpion branded motor. It's got a Castle Talon 90 ESC, and the servos are digital, but they are not brushless. They are old Catawba S3151. Rotor blades are wood that have been covered. Just have Horobo sent them. I've had this kit for about 4 years. Decided to finish it recently. About the 4th flight on it. A little sketchy in the wind. Flies a little bit better with no wind. It's a small helicopter. It's a 30 size helicopter. But it's a good flying little helicopter.
Alright, this is the Boomerang Sprint, the V2 version. It's being ran with a JetCat P120, very old P120. This is old, reliable. Anytime I get tired of the other ones, I pull this one out. I take it around, take it up for a spin. Typical flight time with it, anywhere from 5 to 8 minutes. I've recently changed it out from Spectrum. I've been running the Spectrum IX14. I changed it out to FR Sky. I now got a AR Smooth Flight 16 in it. Today's going to be the maiden of this new system. Hopefully it goes well.
This is a Great Plains Extra 300S, the Patty Wagstaff edition. She used to fly out at one of the bases I was stationed at for our air shows, and really fell in love with the extra aircraft. I came across this from the state when a friend asked me to help one of their friends out, and I ended up scooping it up, though it was pretty damaged. The wings were in a wing bag, but as soon as I opened the wing bag, balsa fell out. The wings were just about completely crushed. Don't think that the gentleman ever had a chance to fly the aircraft. It was a brand new 50cc gas motor on it, never been turned over or started. Some of the electronics weren't even installed. The elevator was torn off. So it took a couple months to fix this up, and doesn't exactly look completely pretty. Definitely doesn't look new, but there's probably not very many of these left flying. So I took a little extra effort just for nostalgia. Rebuilt the aircraft and just recently got it flying. I think it took me 3 months maybe to get everything together. It's running a 22x8 Falcon prop on the front. I think it's around 20 ounces of gas in it, so it'll run a pretty good amount of time with a 50cc. It's a pretty stable aircraft. It's more intended for pattern flight than it is 3D, though it holds its own. There's a couple of things I can pull off with it at least. Just recently got it up for the first maiden, and got a couple more flights in it, just kind of getting used to the characteristics of how it flies. It doesn't quite fly the same as some of your newer versions of the Extra. It doesn't respond as quickly as you would expect it to respond with some of your more modern aircraft, but for pattern flying, I think the plane will be quite suitable. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode. One of the next upcoming episodes will be our glider competition. Everybody has to go get a Hobby Lobby glider, equip it with RC, and see how long they can keep it flying for. We'll post the rules a little bit later on that. But until then, have fun flying, and we'll see you soon.